Good morning, everyone. This is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. It's approximately 10:40 a.m. and it's about 14 degrees Celsius. A beautiful, beautiful sunshiny morning here in Halifax. And I'm beginning this video in the Halifax Public Gardens. We're not going to stay here. We're going to walk through it diagonally and come out the other end because we're heading to another part of the city, which is going to be in the north end. So let's get going. Let's get this walk underway. Let me just make sure I got everything leveled up here. Yep, everything's good. Okay, on we go. And what a beautiful morning in the public gardens. I could spend all day in here, but I don't think I will today because I have other things on my mind today. So I see the gardeners, the workers in here are all out doing their thing today and getting the weeds out and the flowers planted, all that kind of thing. Which you'll see some of them working right over here, doing cleaning up the flower gardens, and they're beautiful, planting the flowers and weeding, and it's wonderful. And this is absolutely a perfect morning. There's no wind, it's not cold. I have a jacket on, but that's because I left home with a jacket. I may at some point put this jacket in my backpack and go without it, but for now, I'll keep it on. Look at these beautiful flowers. Wow, it actually does look like summer now. We're still in the spring, but it sure looks summery with all these beautiful flowers just been planted here. I see they're putting fertilizer in to help them along, and they're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful beyond words how beautiful this is after looking at snow all winter and feeling the cold wind and all that, and now we got this beautiful array of flowers and plants and grass. It's wonderful, and look how green the grass is here. And we got plenty of dandelions growing right now. So we'll keep on going, get through here, and then make our way towards the north end. I had a request to spend some time on Spring Garden Road and Barrington, but I did quite a few of those not too long ago. And, well, not that many, but maybe at least 2 or 3 where I was filming going down those areas. But one day we'll do another one. We'll make a special video one day. I like to keep my fans happy. Yeah, just looking at this little picture here. Unveiling the Jubilee Fountain. Studio in 1897. Unveiling the Jubilee Fountain. That's it right there. It's been there since 1897. Can you believe that? Wow. And look at these beautiful trees here. Where do they get all these nice trees and flowers and plants? Look at this one. Oh, everything's in bloom here now. This is absolutely beautiful. Any visitors who come to Halifax, you have to come to Public Gardens. It's just the most wonderful place to spend some time walking around and enjoy it. It's so relaxing in here. I even came in here in the wintertime. You can because it's open. You can walk through here in the winter. But the summer is much nicer because everything's beautiful from the plants and all that, and it's warm and nice. But you can come through here in the winter if you want to. And this old wrought iron that's everywhere here, like these fences and overhead things and those street lights, like they gotta be 100 years old too. They're just like so much history and so much stuff to see in here. It's beautiful. So I guess I'll do the same thing here in a minute. I'll let these ones go, and then I'll walk across after these ones go by. Okay, there. We'll go across now. They won't hit me because I'm carrying the camera, so they won't want to do anything while I'm doing that. This is one of the best days we've had so far because there's no wind to go along with this nice temperature. Usually we get good temperatures, but the wind's blowing. But today, there's no wind. So it's just doubly beautiful today because we don't have that bit of wind. It's just as calm out here. I didn't get much walking in yesterday. I had the car and I was driving, and so I didn't get to do any walking yesterday. But today I'm going to make up for it. I'm going to get lots of walking in today. Well, we got different routes we can take, but I'm going to go this one right here. Citadel Hill's right over there in the background, and that's Halifax Common, that grassy area, and it goes all the way along here. There's different things in there, and I think that's the museum over there, I think. Pretty sure that's the museum. I could be wrong. We'll see. I think it is. So there's a lot of things in there. There's horses. I think that's the horse barn right over there. And the Halifax Common takes up a big area, although it's not as large as it used to be because some of it has been used in development, but yet it's still a big area. Yes, that's the Museum of Natural History. Nova Scotia Museum of Natural History, right there. I thought it was a museum, but I didn't want to commit myself completely till I was sure. I thought it was, because we took the tour through there just as the COVID was starting to come around the first time, and they hadn't shut things down yet. And they had the Egyptian mummies in there. We took the tour through there. Got to see all those things. Now, you couldn't take a tour in there now because of the COVID, but we're hoping that shortly the numbers will be coming down as more people get vaccinated and more of us are not hanging out in groups with people and spreading it. We're hoping it'll come back down and things will gradually get opened and I'd just like to throw this little bit of my own personal opinion in here and say there's a lot of people getting on the internet, on Facebook and on YouTube, and saying all kinds of things like government conspiracies and all this type of thing is what the virus is all about. They're telling this kind of stuff, but don't listen to that. That's not true, because there's no conspiracy. We're just trying to get ahead of this virus, and everybody will see they'll have all their freedoms back once we get this virus under control. So don't listen to those people that would spread that kind of stuff, because it's not true. Okay? I know you're smart, intelligent people. You're not going to listen to that. All right, we're still up here. Still in the Halifax Common area, which takes in a big area. And I'm going to try to cross here if I can without getting run over. There we go. All right, so we'll go right over in the grass and we'll cut our way through the park and make our way up to the north end. That's just the beeper for people to know when they can't walk. There's a lot of different roadways right there and directions, and you got to be careful to wait for your turn before you walk, before you get the walk sign, which didn't last very long. I waited, but it didn't last long. So, okay. Well, we'll go over this way. There's a lot of ways you can get up here. You don't have to go the same direction all the time, but we'll go this way. I see a little dog coming there. Maybe he wants his picture taken, and hello. Talking to the dog. Yeah, I'm a dog lover. Love dogs. We have a cat, but where I live I can't have a dog. So dogs are out for me, but I still like them. Who wouldn't like a dog, right? They're wonderful company, great little pet. I see another construction job of sorts going up right there. I'm not sure what that is. They're pouring cement. I'm so happy today because it's so nice out. It is such a nice day. It just puts me on cloud nine walking around today because this is so nice. It feels like summer. And I got a feeling when I walk in, after I get to where I'm going right now, when next time I start walking, I'm going to have my coat off because it's kind of warm, but I still have it on, so I'm going to keep walking for now. And first time I stop, I'll take it off. I'm just coming up to Windsor Street now, and I'll probably start across Windsor, but then we'll see after that what direction we'll take. And if I was to continue straight on up, that would be Quinpool Road, but I'm not going to go that direction today. That's where Quinpool starts right there. It's Quinpool that way and Coswell this way. So if you go down that way, it's Coswell. You go up that way, it's Quinpool. And this is Roby straight across. It don't change. Okay. This is an intersection here where you want to use caution and you want to take the go only on the walk sign because there's too many roads coming into this intersection and it's very dangerous crossing here if you don't have a walk sign. A lot of traffic right here, so you really have to be careful. That's part of the Halifax Common right there too. It takes a lot of area. Halifax Common is a big area of parks, grass, ball fields, sports things, and all kinds of stuff to pass your day. You can spend a whole day just walking around up here and looking at things if you wanted to. It's a very, very nice way to pass a day. And now, right there is going to be a new construction site. It's supposed to be a tall condo building going up right there. So that'll add to the skyline here. We got two buildings there. There's going to be one there. There's one over here. It's just growing like crazy up here. So I can't wait to see that one get underway. The hole is there, but everything takes time because the construction company that's building it could be building other things right now and have to wait till they can start that one. And everything has to start at the right time too because you got to be the outdoor stuff done in the summer and then in the winter you work on the inside and do that kind of stuff. So it all has to be planned according to the seasons. And Halifax has a lot of valuable land, prime real estate that the city owns, and it's used for parks. They're very wealthy in land. So if the city ever needs money, they got lots of valuable land in this city. But I don't think they're going to use it for anything else anytime soon. Although that could change, you never know. I know I've been over this street a few times doing videos, but there's only so many ways to get to the north end, and that's where I'm going today. So part of it might look familiar, but we'll try to find some new areas as well, if we can. If you're a first-time viewer of my channel, I hope you enjoy taking these walks around the city because I've a lot of videos that shows things about Halifax, and I love to talk while I'm walking. Everybody got their own style. Some people don't talk, some play music, some do different things, but I love to talk. I do a few with music. Haven't done one for a while. Maybe I'll do another one soon because some people like it. And so anyway, I hope you enjoy these walking videos because I love making them. I absolutely enjoy it. It's my best time out when I'm making a video. Whoop, I see something on Facebook here. My My wife posted something on Facebook. That's all that was. So when her phone goes off, it puts a notice on my phone that she put something on Facebook. And likewise, if I put something there, it would show on her phone. My phone, my wife's phone, and my son's phone are all on the same plan. So they're all together. So we get messages showing different things like that. So if you hear a little ding, it's nothing important. I read the screen just to be sure that it's nothing, but hey, we're doing really well. I've only been filming here for about 20 minutes. That's pretty good. Another ball diamond here. There's several of them around here. If I was to go that way, that would take me back towards downtown, because downtown is over that way. I'm heading towards the north end now, and west is up there. I see we got a nice spot right on that corner for a building, and a fence around it. I'm almost guessing there's going to be a building going right there within a very short time. So let's see, if I was going to tell you what the perimeter would be when you're getting to the north end, I would say you're close to the north end when you're right here. Maybe not exactly, but almost. You're almost into the north end when you're standing here. We'll go across here and then maybe take it a little different direction from here. Yeah, we'll go across here. I think this is Kennard. Should be. Pretty sure it is. And we're going to go across at Kennard. All these places are closed right now because of the virus, which would normally be open. Normally this is a very busy spot right here because of all the restaurants and things, but due to the virus and all that, it's not busy right now. Although there is people out today on the street. I think soon I'm going to put my mask on because I'm walking by people now and then, and it might be a safer thing to do to put my mask on. So I'm going to try keeping my camera going and put my mask on. I'm hoping it will work, so I don't want to shut it off. It's not always a good idea. I think I got it. There we go. I'll put it on, but what I'm going to do, because it kind of muffles my voice, I'll pull it down on my chin. Then if I see anybody coming, I can just pull it up. And that's the best way to do this. I didn't see a sign yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on Kennard Street. Yes, I am, right there. Corner of Clifton and Kennard. Kennard Street has got one of my favorite places on it, because I love going in music stores. One of my favorite things, and this particular store up here, it's Long and McQuaid's, which I won't be shopping in because of the virus. They're not allowed to go in there. But I used to stop in there. I don't always buy something there, but I have bought a lot of things from Long and McQuaid. And so sometimes I just go in and browse again, and other times I'm in there to buy something. I just passed Long and McQuaid's store, and I get across the street, I'll turn around. And so anybody looking for a guitar store or that kind of thing, it's right there. There's not a big sign out here, but that's Long and McQuaid's store. Okay, I don't know why they don't have a big sign, but oh, it's on the front. There's a big sign on the front. Okay. So now we're taking a little different direction than I take a lot of times when I walk up here. We're now up in the north end of Halifax, and it's my favorite part of the city, next to some of the parks and things that are here. But for walking streets, I love the north end. North end is beautiful. There's a lot of nice little shops up here, and stores and coffee shops and restaurants. And there's some old buildings and some new ones and nice looking streets. It's the kind of place you just love to walk in. It's a beautiful area. So, I got a green light. I guess I'm going to try to get across here. There's no walk sign, but I should be all right. Okay. Well, we'll go straight across here. Okay. Okay, I gotta run a little bit, holding up traffic. There we go. All right. So we'll walk out this way. That is a church that looks very well kept. If I was going to make a guess, I would say it might be a Orthodox church of some kind, but I could be wrong. But the style with the domes and stuff, it kind of looks like it might be, but not 100% sure. That's the office there. It'd be nice to see what kind of church it is, and I could let you know. Let's see. Yes, it is. It is an Orthodox church. Do I know my churches or what? St. Antonio's and Antonio Chin Orthodox Church. I hope I pronounced that right. 2480 Windsor Street. So we are cruising around in the north end of Halifax, looking at things, and I don't think I've ever walked across the street doing a video. So this will be my first time doing that. You'll see some places you haven't seen. There's my third Ontario vehicle I've seen in the last 5 or 6 minutes up here. So we have got a lot of people from Ontario has moved into our beautiful city, and I don't blame them. I came down from Ontario too, almost 3 years ago, and I have no intention of going back. I'm quite happy with it right here. I see a beautiful building down here. Let's go down, and we're exploring today. That's what we're doing. We're just exploring, and we might as well have a look down here and see what this beautiful building is. We're out on an exploring excursion today in the north end, looking for things that we haven't seen before. This looks like a church as well, and it has a dome. And it looks like this part is a new modern part, and that part is old, although it could be two different churches or it could be an extension, and the new part is here and the old building's over there. I'm not sure which it is. So I am right now on Charles Street, And I guess this is going to curve back over to Windsor, as near as I can tell. This is the, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Looks like a church, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure. It looks pretty impressive, well maintained here, I'd say, both buildings. Well, this is the Maritime Conservatory of Music right here. That's what this building is. And it looks like at one time it might have been a school, but now it looks like it's the Maritime Conservatory of Music. And it looks like it was a school for a long time, or a conservatory for a long time, because the sign says since 1887 that it's been the Conservatory of Music. Wow, we just discovered an old building here. It's been here a long time, and our church, I guess, next door, which I wasn't able to tell what it was. So, there we are, the Maritime Conservatory of Music since 1887. Wow, that's impressive. Very, very nice. Okay, I see the conservatory also rents out a portion of the building to St. John's United Church. They meet in the same building. It's very old, but nice, nevertheless. Love those old buildings. And these have chamber music series, Cecilia Concerts, Halifax Chamber Music Series. If you like chamber music, look, you can get tickets, and there's the information. It's a concert info and tickets online, and I'll give you that website in case you want to do this sometime. CeciliaConcerts.ca, and they're on Facebook and Twitter and all that, okay? And they have their own bus, too. That's pretty good. That's quite impressive. Well, we'll continue on our way. I hope I don't get lost over here. I think I know where I'm going. I think I'm going across Windsor towards Yonge Street, I think. However, I could be wrong. Maritime Music Muslim Academy. So there's another house of worship for our Muslim friends. And they have a daycare here for children. Shabakto Park Road. Am I on Shabakto? I thought I was on Windsor. Apparently I'm on Shabakto. Then I went around that curve. I must have changed my street. I hope I'm going the right direction. I hope I am. Otherwise, I'm going to be lost if I'm going the wrong direction. Well, I'll go a little bit farther so I can see where I am, where I'm going to come out. I have never walked the street before, so I think I'm a little bit west of Windsor Street, because Shabakto is just up past Windsor, so if I'm going the right direction, which I think I am, all is well. If I'm going the wrong direction, then I'm going to have to backtrack, because I'm not sure right now. I think I know where I am, but I never walked this before, and I took some turns, but it felt right. It felt like I was on the right track. So we'll see. I get up here what I'm coming to, and hopefully I've been walking the right direction. Yes, I'm on Shabakto Road for sure. And there seem to be a lot of schools over here and playgrounds and things like that. Okay, we'll see what this corner says. And that will give you a little idea, because this looks like a main type of a street right here. Well, I think the direction I want to be in is that way. But I believe that's the direction I'm needing to go in. What it looks like. Okay, Oxford. Oxford goes north and south, I think. Oxford, yeah, I think. Yeah, Oxford goes north and south. I think I need, I gotta think about this one. Okay, I got my bearings now. I know where I am now. Yeah, I'm a little bit up from where I thought I was, but that's okay. I know where I am. I walked around in a big circle, but I'm okay. We're going to go down North Street now. There's another construction site right there at 6399 North Street. So the kids are putting the basketball court to good use because there's no school right now. They might as well go in and shoot some basketball. How's my time here? Okay, 39 minutes, that's not bad. I'm going to cross the street, I think, and walk down this side over here because I'll be needing to make a left turn off of North Street. Well, we went exploring in the North End today, looking at some different things, and I almost got lost there for a couple of minutes. But now I'm on a well-traveled area, and I know where I am. So, back there is the beginning of North Street if you're going east. I always think North Street should be going north, but it doesn't. It's in the north end. I guess that's why they call it North Street. But it actually goes east and west. There's a beautiful church right there. Very nice. I don't know what year that was built, but it's probably been here a long time. It's St. Teresa's Catholic Church. Beautiful stonework. Absolutely wonderful. And it looks to me like they've had to reinforce some of the walls because I can see the bolts coming out through in those plates. It looks like they've had to do some reinforcement here over the years because it's probably so old that it was in danger of coming down, so they put reinforcing rods in it. I'm just not sure what might be planned for that building, but it's a beautiful old building, and it'd be a shame to see it come down, but who knows? I doubt it will, because it's pretty old and it's nice. So the rods are probably just to reinforce it and make sure it stays good. So we'll continue on down North Street. I think we'll walk, I think I'll walk down to, I don't know, Windsor maybe, go across Windsor and down Young Street. I think that might be what I'll do. And that'll make a nice walking video. And we went in some areas we never saw before, and that's always exciting to see new things. There's a lot of places in Halifax I haven't seen yet. I've seen a lot of it for what time I've been here. I've seen more than most people probably in the 3 short years I've been here. I've probably seen more of it than most people have. But there's still a lot to cover and a lot to learn for me yet. Even though I'm out walking the streets all the time and doing videos, I've learned a lot. Well, I still got a lot to learn. I got a good overall view of Halifax from Bayers Lake to Dartmouth Crossing to Bedford. All directions here. I got a good overall view of it. Peggy's Cove, I've been down there a few times. One day we'll make a video down there. I know different people have done it, but I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to go to Peggy's Cove and do a nice video. I got a few other destinations in mind too for this summer, but they got to get the travel restrictions up now before I can go to all those places. So can't go right now. And I'm not going to go when the travel restrictions are on because that just wouldn't be the right thing to do. I got to help do my little bit to curb this pandemic. So when the travel restrictions are on, I'm staying in Halifax. I'm not going nowhere. But once they're off and things have calmed down, I know they're going to get better because the vaccine is rolling out, and the more people get vaccinated, the less people are going to get sick. And so eventually, we get most people vaccinated, this virus is got to die out. Whoops, I almost tripped on the sidewalk there. If you saw the camera do a little funny jerk, my toe caught a high block in the sidewalk. Now, I think this is Windsor. This should be Windsor Street. We're going to go left and go across Windsor to Yonge Street and then go down Yonge. That sounds like a good plan? All right, that's what we're going to do. Left on Windsor. I'll show you one of the vaccination sites over here. That's where I got my first shot, which was Pfizer. I got my Pfizer shot a few weeks ago now. Maybe 3 weeks, something like that. But I can't get in for my second one until August. So that's just how it is. And hopefully this first shot will get me through till August, and then I'll get my second one then. I'm going to walk in the bike lane, but I'll make sure no bikes are coming. Okay, because I'm going to meet a whole bunch of people here. No sense in getting too close. And I see the kids have all got their masks on. That's great. And I do too, so there's not a whole lot of risk. When you got your 2 meters apart, I was about 3 or 4 meters apart right there. And everybody had their mask on and I had mine on. So there's very little risk to anybody when you're behaving like that. It's when you're just sidestepping the rules and doing what you know you're not supposed to do. That's what causes the trouble. The virus won't spread if we're 10 feet apart and everybody's wearing masks. The virus won't spread. But I got a feeling the number one spreader of the virus is touching things. I have a theory that it's not in the air as much as it is on stuff. And you touch things, and then you touch food, and you eat it, and you do things like that. And that's what spreads it, touching things. I think that's probably the number one spreader. That's why there's been so much of it on the buses. You get on the bus, you drop your ticket or change in that thing, and maybe you steady yourself because the bus takes off. While you're standing there, you have to steady yourself. If you don't have gloves on, you're going to have to grab one of those bars. And maybe 100 other people have grabbed those bars. And you should be very careful on the bus not to touch anything when you get off the bus until you wash your hands. That's what I do. I don't take the bus anymore. I just walk. Better anyway. I can make a video while I'm walking. I don't take the bus. I take the ferry because there's hardly anybody on it. I take it in off times, like I go home on the ferry. I'll go home around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's nobody on it. Hardly at all. One day I went over, I was the only one on it. One person on the ferry. Nobody else on it that trip. But usually there's no more than a half a dozen on the whole ferry. So it's pretty safe. You don't have to touch anything. The bus is the worst because you touch stuff and you have to pull that cord to bring your bus up. and you have to push those back doors to make them open on by the buses. You can't open, the doors won't open unless you push on them. So there's all those things that make you touch things on the bus. So if you have to take the bus, keep your mask on, and as soon as you get off that bus, find a place to wash your hands, scrub them really well, and put some hand sanitizer on after you scrub your hands before you do anything else. That's good advice, because that's probably your number one spreader right there is the bus. Any kind of a public place you go where you have to touch things is a spreader. So if you don't want to spread the virus, you don't want to get it yourself, that's what you have to do. So I'm going to walk across here, and then I'm going to make a right down Allman, and then I'll make a left on Roby. That's probably the route I'll take. That sounds like a good idea. So that right there, the Forum, is where I went for my vaccination. And it worked so smooth. In case I didn't mention about how it works in there, I'll tell you, and then you'll know it's a great system. Okay, you got an appointment time. You go there at the time you're supposed to be there. Like I think mine was 3 o'clock, I believe. So I got here at 2:45, and I waited till 2:55, and I walked up to the door. There was no lineup at all. The security guard, I gave him my name and showed him my ID, and I walked in, and I stopped at this first woman. I'm not sure if she's a nurse or just somebody helping with the situation, but stopped there, and then she told me what chair to go to for my vaccination. I sat down there, and the woman was, if I sat in that chair a minute, I was lucky. It was fast. I sat down in that chair, and she asked me my name and a couple of questions and double-checked everything. Okay, everything's good. And I had my vaccination, was out of there within a minute of sitting down in that chair. So that was super fast. And then after you have your vaccination, you sit in a chair for 15 minutes, and the chairs are all spaced out, so you don't have to get close to anybody. And that went really well. I sat there my 15 minutes, then you just get up and leave. You don't have to wait for anybody to tell you can go now. You just sit there 15 minutes, all is well, you don't have any kind of reaction, you can just get up and go. So it went really smooth. I go back out the car, and that was great. And within an hour of taking my vaccine, I was out doing a video. I went to Dartmouth and walked around over there and did a video. So that's how little impact that vaccination had on me. I went out and did a video right after I did my vaccination, and I never had any side effects. It was a little puffing where I had my shot the next day. Right at the time it didn't, but the next day I had a little puffing, and before that day was over, it was all gone down again. And that was the only side effect I had from it. And that was Pfizer. So I would say Pfizer is probably the number one vaccine. If you can get your choice, I would take the Pfizer, because it seems to be a really good one, and they're now recommending it for children. So it's probably your number one choice is Pfizer. But you do what you think you should do, and I do what I think I should do, and that's that. I did a video on this place not long ago. This is what they call Richmond Yards, if I remember it right. I think that's what it's called. This big construction area is going to be several condo towers and shopping. It takes in a really huge area, almost a city block here. This is huge. And it's called Richmond Yards, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's the sign right there, Richmond Yards. So this is going to be a wonderful addition to North End of Halifax. Once the virus is all gone, these coffee shops over here better watch out because they're going to be busy. They're going to be needing to hire some more help because there's going to be a lot of people moving into here, and there's another one across the road just over that way, and there's another one just up here, and there's like going to be a whole lot more population in this area. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Starbucks get in here somewheres because there's going to be so many new people here when all these places are built. There's one of the buildings right there that's going up here. That white one there looks really modern looking. And there's what the front of this one of these buildings is going to look like. There's a big overhang sticking out there where you know, if it's raining out, you wouldn't have to be in the rain to stand outside. And it looks just absolutely wonderful what they're going to have built here. So this is amazing. So this is going to be called the Richmond Yards area. So get used to that name because that's what's going to be here. It's going to be a big area. Okay. And it's right across the road from the Shoppers Drug Mart. Well, I didn't get out walking yesterday, but I'm certainly going to get my steps in today because I walked quite a bit already, and I'm not to my destination quite yet, although I'm getting close. I'm not even sure what time it is because my only means of telling the time is this phone yet. Still haven't gone for my new phone, but I will be soon because this one's acting up in a few ways now. I can't even seem to get on the Wi-Fi anymore when I go into Tim Hortons on this phone. And I tried turning it right off and rebooting it a couple of times and it didn't work. It's saying there's no Wi-Fi, but my wife is sitting there with her phone and going right on the Wi-Fi. So it must be something wrong with my phone. All right, we are now on the corner of Allman and Roby, which is that corner right there, Allman and Roby. And we're going to walk across Roby now to Yonge Street. You can see there's a lot of buildings going up here, and the population is going to get much higher here, for sure. Like I like going to Tim Hortons, but I'd like to see a Starbucks get built here too, right around somewhere in this neighborhood. I think they can handle it once the COVID's over and people are back out in their old way of life again. I think we can handle a Starbucks here. It's sad to say, but I know of 2 Starbucks now that have closed permanently. The one in Scotia Square is closed, and the one on Barrington Street is closed permanently. They may come back in another location, maybe not. But you still got the one on Spring Garden Road, and you got one in the Halifax Shopping Centre. I'm not sure, there's probably some more around. Every time I walk by here, I get a look at some new kind of cars and trucks and stuff. This is a new Ford I'm not sure what it is, but it's a nice looking car. See what it says on the back. What kind of vehicle this is. This is a Ford Titanium. A Ford Titanium. It almost looks like a Porsche from a distance until you see the Ford sign. But it is a Ford. Ford Titanium. Nice looking car. I don't think we'll be getting one this year. I think we got something like 3 years left on ours. So, no new car in our future this year. There's the CTV's television station. Can you hear the noise off of that vacuum truck? They're always loud. Well, I'm glad I'm getting here to this corner because the washroom sounds good. So first I got to put away my equipment here and then find a washroom. Shouldn't be too much trouble today. And I'm going to meet up with my wife here on this corner. Hopefully early. I left downtown, it was about, I don't know, 10:40 maybe? I'm not sure. Something like that. Somewhere around that time. So she said she was going to be here around 12. So I think I'm going to be all right. So here we are on the corner of Young and Roby at Tim Hortons. You can see the SO is there and all these things that are always here. So I'm looking right straight over towards Kemp Road. On that note, I'm going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, push that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, you can hit that subscribe button and that will just make my day, okay? Bye for now.